the rear shoulder becomes the front shoulder. And that happens again and again and again. That's whether you're throwing straight punches or combinations, blocking and hitting, or combinations and blocking and hitting. This continuous chain. The jab sets up the right hand, sets up the left hook, sets up the right uppercut. So all these things go in motion in a chain. And then sometimes we break the chain. It's called punching or hooking off the jab. And a lot of professional coaches are really not into it. And the way we do it without having to reset the shoulders is by stepping in. So we step with the jab and we step again with the hook. Or we step with the jab and we step again with the uppercut. Some people, this is their specialty. Other fighters never do this. Try it in sparring, see if it works for you. Tyson loved to do it. One thing he would do is set up head feints or dips or slips with defense and use that to set this up. So this is just like a classic power punching technique, using these mechanics, using the science behind this, power punching off of a jab, which every boxing coach tells you you shouldn't do. Tyson did it off the slip jab, which was super effective. I like to do it, like I said, stepping and advancing forward. I think that's the most effective way to do it because you're missing that natural part of the punch flow where the right hand comes forward and resets the shoulder for the hook. And you don't want to take the time to reset like that unless you're really defending a left hook. In that case, it's another great way to punch or hook off the jab, is to jab, defend a left hook. And in that scenario, definitely you can throw power punches off the jab. You're naturally right there, but think about it in terms of not disturbing this natural flow. That's where all these combination comes from. The 1-2-3 is the same as the 1-2-5. The 2-1-6 is the same as the 2-1-4. Shoulder dance is the same. It's this replacement of the shoulders where the rear shoulder becomes the front shoulder becomes the rear shoulder. You have that beautiful kinetic chain which is happening where without even pushing your body, there's no power in the front, in the lead side or the rear side when you're throwing the rear side. All the power is coming from the feet. It's coming from the opposite side pulling back. It's really like Tai Chi. It's all body mechanics. It's not force. It looks like brute force, but it's not. Instead of using the lead side, we're pushing off the rear foot and torquing that side and using the rear side to get even more torque and more power than just using this rear side and shoveling off that side. Same thing with the rear hand. We're not just pushing off the rear side. That's happening naturally. What we're thinking about is pulling in with the rear side to shoot that hand out, like Floyd Mayweather style, like a snake. So we can pull back and leave that right hand right there. So just some basic, rudimentary, fundamental talk about mechanics. Sorry, the camera's down there. For some reason, I'm leaning down and talking to it. That notwithstanding, try that chain. Try that punch chain. Those 1, 2, 3s. And try not to think about having any force in your hands. Just let it go. Think about that kinetic chain with the shoulders replacing each other, coming back and forth, and all that power coming from the ground, the body being one unit. Remember guys, we're practicing external martial arts, but it's not punchy and kicky. We're still keeping these same principles of internal power, internal mechanics, core concepts of using the whole body as one unit. You can call it Tai Chi. Jack Dempsey wrote about it. I always say Barry Bonds understands it. You can see Olympic gymnasts, even when they're sitting in their seats. These guys are not allowed to lift weights. They're only allowed to do body weight. You can tell they understand the whole inside core, where movement is coming from, proprioception, angulation. That's what it's about. Another word for coordination, which is what we're doing over here.